Welcome to another Good News XANGO. My name is Dave Webb. Happy to be here with you again, celebrating the great things that are going on around XANGO Nation worldwide. One of the things we want to jump into is a thing called Team Divine Water Well Project. Get this. There's a group called Team Divine. It was begun by 100K Premier Select Bill Slaney, and he's got this thing where they can build wells for people around the world. So John and Gina Jurowitz, also 100K Selects, we're talking with Melissa Taft, who's a Premier who is also in Team Divine Water Wells. And Melissa said to them, this was a while ago before they were even 20Ks, when you're successful in XANGO, what are you going to do with that success? And that's when they started to realize, wow, here's where we have been, here's where we're going to go, what do we want to do with it? And Melissa told John and Gina about this great opportunity to help people in areas that don't have drinking water. They found an organization called Operation Blessing, headed up by Yvette Smith Harris, and they decided on the spot to make a commitment right there to building one water well per month. Now, not themselves obviously, but they're donating the money so that those things can happen. And the great part about Operation Blessing is they don't just send in some high-priced contractors and do something fast and get out of the way. They hire people in the community where the well is going to be built. It takes about 6 or 9 months for the project to finish. They've got wells all over the world, and John and Gina and people in Team Divine and people all over XANGO are finding opportunities to contribute to this. They've got things in places like Philippines, in China, Cambodia, India, Ghana, Nigeria. More are lined up to happen in the future. And here's a great quote from John and Gina. Realize this wouldn't have been possible if we stayed working our jobs as a mechanic and a hairstylist. Because of the opportunity with XANGO and the efforts of those on Team Divine, more people are experiencing life as it should be. That's a great quote. That's a great way to look at it. And John and Gina are a terrific example of what it's like to have had a past life, in their case as mechanic and hairstylist, and now being able to not only enhance their own lives, but also to help other people's lives around the world by thinking outside the box, by doing something a little bit extra. We're excited for John and Gina, we're thrilled for Team Divine, and we're especially thrilled for those people around the world who are getting access to fresh water. So thanks guys, thanks everybody for all your contributions. We're thrilled to be joined by 500K Anton Garrity here to talk about some of the good news XANGO. Anton, what is some of the good news going on right now?
The great news is that we're going to be in Las Vegas for the regional coming up here in just a few short weeks. It's going to be at Bally's Hotel March 11th to 13th. Ed and Sandy Cohen, 500Ks, and Dustin and I are going to be hosting this. This is the first year that XANGO's actually having the distributors host these regionals.
Now you got a special deal on tickets also.
We do.
How's that work?
If you buy 20 ticket packs, you get a suite for free, but the price also drops to $129 a ticket.
So it's usually $169 per ticket.
Correct.
And when you buy a 20-pack, you get a suite for the 2 nights.
Is that a sweet deal?
That's a pretty sweet deal. Good call. Who are some of the draws? Who's the attraction that's going to be speaking at this event?
We have a killer lineup, Dave. First and foremost, obviously, is Gordon Morton. I mean, because Gordon in Vegas, I mean, that's
non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. And you don't want to miss that.
No.
And Joe Morton will be there. Beverly Hollister will be there. Some of the industry icons that have joined XANGO, Dan Kinnison, Bob Christ, Lennon Ledbetter, Doug Weed is going to be there. We have a couple killer panels set up. We have an international business building tips panel. We have a team building tips panel. We're going to have top distributors from the industry. Every 500K is going to be there. We're going to hear from the best of the best in this business on how you can build your business as quickly and as big as you possibly can. These events are non-negotiable. You have to be there. You have to get your team there, because this is how you get them excited for the year and how they learn how to build their businesses.
So we've just heard from Anton Garrity, 500K Select. We talked about some great news all over XANGO. Still call it Good News XANGO, but it's great news all over. Quick reminder, that's March 11th through 13th in Las Vegas at the Bally's. Get your tickets by checking XANGO.com. And if you're a little further away from the Las Vegas area, think about the events coming up in April in Milwaukee, Wisconsin with 200K Select Eric and Heidi Welch putting on another XANGO distributor-led event. Spring ahead in Milwaukee, that'll be in the middle of April. Again, check XANGO.com. All the details are there. The best rates, the best prices, and the best way to get your business going forward. We're psyched for you. We're psyched for us. Happy 2011, XANGO. Here we go.